Why couldn't a proceduralist develop his own OBL, i.e., why couldn't he do it on his own? Can PAD specialists develop an OBL for a proceduralist?
The short answer is he could. He could. We developed what is now a chain of OBLs, 12 as of the time of this recording, December 2021. We developed it and we didn't have any guidance. We had a blank Google document and we figured everything out. And we're no smarter than you watching this. So you could do it. Like us, however, it'll probably take a lot longer and it'll cost a lot more than you think. And there's a lot more risk involved than you think. There's an element of luck in business. I don't think anyone will deny that. It's not all luck, but there's some luck. You see, there's about 1,000 line items you have to get right in order to develop, launch, and manage a successful OBL. And in most industries, if you get, say, 980 of those line items right, that's 98%, that's an A+, wonderful. In healthcare, it's an unforgiving industry. The 20 you got wrong, best case, you could waste some time and money. Worst case, you could be in trouble. You could go out of business. That's how unforgiving it is. It's not just the facility. I'm always intrigued when I speak to proceduralists that they often focus on the space. I found a space. I'm building out the space. I think it's interesting because the space component of an OBL is by far one of the easiest. It's one of the easiest. There's 20 things that are much more important and much more difficult than that. 20 big categories, which themselves have multiple subcategories. I think proceduralists focus on space a lot because it's easy to find and sign a lease and start working with an architect to develop the space. It gives them a sense of accomplishment, that something's happening. But I'll tell you, if that's what you're focusing on, be careful because you might be neglecting far more important and difficult things. So again, space is easy and somewhere down here. Up here you have contracting, credentialing, referral generation, radiation safety, hiring, training, EMR, vendor relationships, supply management, processes. These are tough. Could you figure all these out? Probably. I'm sure you're intelligent. It's going to take longer than you think, and it's going to cost more than you think. And you make one mistake, pick the wrong area, pick the wrong city, pick the wrong location within a city, get the wrong contracts, pick the wrong supplies, or hire the wrong employees. Any one of those could potentially thwart your plans and either delay you or worse, put you out of business. So could it be done? Absolutely. Is there a For Dummies guide for you to follow and get everything right? There's not. You'd have to do it yourself. People have done it. I have tremendous respect for them. There's not an insignificant amount of single owner-operator OBLs out there, sort of mom and pops, not like a chain like us. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. They do great work. They did it. They were pioneers. 5-10 years ago they launched. I tip my hat to them. Not everyone can do that. For every one you see, 9 probably tried and failed. There's a survivorship bias for the ones you see. Will you be one of the ones that succeeds? Maybe, I hope so. Maybe not. So if you want a tried and true formula like ours, we've done many OBLs, we've committed the mistakes, we've learned from those mistakes, we've applied those lessons to subsequent OBLs. We have a model that works. It's binderized. It's a copy and paste job and it works everywhere. Provides awesome patient care, low cost, lowers healthcare costs, keeps referring physicians and patients happy, has strong financial performance. Work with us if you're interested. Be one of our PAD proceduralists, contact us. We'd love to get to know you. We could potentially develop an OBL for a PAD proceduralist. It's a similar model, except he does invest. Our typical model, PAD proceduralists are employed by us. We pay them salary, there's no investment. They do get to buy in a little bit their second year, but they don't invest on day one and they don't invest a huge amount. We have an OBL development model that we can develop an OBL for enterprising proceduralists. You would invest a lot more on the front end, but in theory we could do that too if we find the right type of proceduralist. Either one of these models, we'd be happy to work with you. If you're interested in working with us, contact us. We'd love to get to know you.